Alright, y'all. I'm going to do a video on my Ascend D10T. This was the first kayak that I have ever owned. I fished with it and out of it for a couple months and then realized just how much I really love fishing out of a kayak and decided to upgrade to my Native Slayer Propel made by Native Watercraft. So, good look at the boat from the front view. As you can see, it's pretty wide. One of the initial reasons I got this boat was just so that I could take my dogs out kayaking with me, and there's plenty of room up here in the front for two critters, just to have a ball up there. The other thing I liked about this boat was the price point at $400. That was kind of hard to beat, to have a fishing boat that you can stand up in, fish in, transport the dogs in, plenty of storage in the front of the boat and the back. So it wasn't too bad to start off on. As you can see here, there's the seat. Now, a lot of people complained quite a bit about this seat, and I never had problems with it slipping forward like a lot of people say. They said that this part right here would kind of come forward a lot. I never had that problem. It's currently on this side actually rigged up how it showed in the paperwork, and what I did was I actually reversed these, and so instead of taking your top strap to the back, I actually moved this strap to the front. And as you can see kind of how I have that on the other side, and that gives you a lot of good support up here in the back if you do it that way, and versus this way to where you have the bottom one coming forward and the other one going back. Now, one of the things I definitely liked about this boat were these side compartments. Plenty of storage. You could put any one of these floating tackle boxes in that area. You could hold water, throw baits, all that kind of stuff. A little storage compartment in the front. That was nice. It gives you some access underneath that to get into the hull of the boat. I mounted a Canon rod holder. That was a very sturdy rod holder. So if you're looking for one that's really sturdy, good construction, I would absolutely recommend that as a rod holder. I did put an anchor trolley system on this one. However, it's really loose. I would not recommend having it that loose as what I have it right there. But you know, I was able to drill a lot into this boat as well. So put pad eyes in the front. I'll shoot a real quick second portion showing how I have had the depth finder, the fish finder, installed. I set it right there. I used my battery box and mounted the fish finder to the top of it, and you know, that worked out really well. I could stand in the boat. It was I'm not gonna say it was the sturdiest thing, but you could stand in it, and I caught fish standing in this thing, and it took a little bit of balancing act, but with the fish finder right here in the middle, pointing straight up, you know, I could read it perfectly. It was good system. There's good space in the rear of the D10T for a crate. Where this now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the cons. So I've kind of spent the time talking all the good things about it. So if I loved it so much, why did I go to fishing the Native Watercraft beyond just the fact that I could pedal, cover a lot of area, and so forth? Okay, so definitely want to talk to you about some of the cons of this Ascend D10T. First off, as you can see, it is a rather flat kind of boat. The bottom's pretty flat, therefore it is kind of hard to paddle, and it is very tiring. So think about a John boat. You know, if you were to have to paddle a flat bottom boat, this is kind of similar to that. Now, I will say at the same time, on flat water, no wind, if the person is athletic, I mean, they can keep up with this. I had a friend do it. He kept paddling. He kept up with me and my native watercraft. I mean, of course, I was at a leisure pace, going really easy, and he was, you know, considerable effort into it, but he was able to keep up with me. So that gives you an idea of what kind of speed you can get in this. You know, 3.5 miles per hour is doable. I mean, there are plenty of times just trying to maintain position with the wind that I've literally just tired myself out. I didn't even attempt to try to take this thing out onto any kind of bay or any type of choppy water in the wind. I mean, it is just so cumbersome and moves so slow. But if you're on maybe a small lake, pond or something, actually this would do really well. It'd be a good boat for that kind of application. I did say that I would show kind of how I had my depth finder and fish finder rigged up, although I don't have the stationary attachment that mounted this up forward in this manner. That's how I had it rigged, and that worked out well because this little Rubbermaid box held all of my cords, held my battery, all inside of there, and it made it pretty easy to move from boat to boat. And what I did was I also installed some pad eyes right there and used some bungee straps to strap it down. So I installed a few more pad eyes on that side, and then I ran some PVC pipe through this little hole right here and put a bracket over the top. I was able to run the PVC pipe and the transducer off the side. Another downfall to this, like I said, it's not that stable. You can stand in it, but it's not that great. Mine did not come with all the scupper plugs, so I just installed the ones near the seat because if you use this, you're going to get wet. So plan on that if you want to use it in the winter. You're going to get wet. You can rig this boat out all kinds of ways. It's got this little ridge over here on this side that holds your paddle, and that actually holds it pretty well, so you can keep it handy if you need to adjust your position, which if there's wind you're going to be adjusting a lot. That's one of the biggest reasons I was like, I'm done with this. I want to switch over to a something that I can continue to maintain position and fish, and so I went to the native watercraft Slayer Propel. I did like it though. I thought this was a good starter boat. If it's a good price point, you can do everything you need to it. You can add anchors. I've had all different kinds of anchor setups with this thing, and most importantly, above all, you can get out there and fish, and you can get out there and have fun and just enjoy kayak fishing. And this would be a great boat for kids if you wanted to start them off on it. Like I said, the price point was right at $400. The other thing is it's 10 feet, and you can carry that. 10 feet can be carried. The way I carried this thing was carried it on my back. I kind of military pressed it above my head using the foot pedals there, and you know I could walk a good long ways just doing it in that manner. So if you're in the market for a cheap boat, I know they have some 12 footers and all that, but you know, give this one a look. It also has a sit-in version. This is of course the sit on top, but you know it's worth a look. Although if you got the money and can spend, definitely I wouldn't recommend it in that sense. But for any kind of flat water, no chop type applications, small lakes, ponds, this will do just fine, and you'll enjoy it.